terms of significant things that happened on the field, both first and second half. And they had bad field position all game, and they kept on stepping up and rising up. The turnovers in the first half were crazy. You know, these guys are responsible for those things. You know, and then Marcus, you know, I mean, Kasim was nicked up a little bit. We knew we had to not get him going. You know he's going to go, but it's been the same formula. You sit there and watch him in the second halves of games, and when he needs something to happen, he's been able to hit huge explosion runs, huge, which took a tremendous load off of everybody. But, you know, incredibly proud of these guys. I'm proud of everybody in that locker room, the seniors, regardless of the outcome of what the decisions makers say to whether or not we get in the playoffs. We certainly know we're playoff worthy, but I'd be remiss if I didn't, you know, think about those 18 kids that, you know, have come through here and they, you know, over their careers here have changed the expectations here at University of Rhode Island for football. I think that the track record, the things they've been able to accomplish have been nothing short of spectacular, and I couldn't be prouder and more appreciative of a group of kids. And that is a lot to be said, because there's a number of guys that, you know, I think are all connected through the years that we've been here, all the people that have made the efforts. You know, I saw Kim Bissonette, who's been trainer here for 40 years. You know, he's out there. You know, there's a lot of people that have been waiting for this opportunity and this moment for quite some time. And the echoes of dropping football are distant past, and the expectations of winning a championship, I think, become more and more focused for our football program. And great day.
We'll open up to questions.
Marcus, what has this year been like for you? You're 1 year here and hit 1,000 yards and helped this team so much.
This 1 year makes me wish I had more years.
Me too.
But it's been great. You know, I feel like I've been saying it a lot since I've been here, but since I got here in the summer, you know, these dudes to my left and the guys in the locker room let me in with open arms once they seen I was willing to put the work in. But being able to accomplish the things that, you know, not just I accomplished, but me in that front five, I take them boys everywhere I go. You know, I didn't just hit 1,000 yards. We got 1,000 yards, because without them, that's not possible. But it's been great, you know what I mean? To finally be able to, you know, get back to my old ways of being in high school and being who I was and now doing in college, and just, you know, prove anybody wrong who doubted me. You know what I mean? It just feels great. And to be able to help our offense, you know, it's even better.
Buzz, that blocked, or it came, I shouldn't say right into your hands, right? But you're kind of waiting underneath it. At what point do you realize that you only had one man to beat and you had three blockers to your right, that you were scoring a touchdown? Did that come into play at all when you were doing it?
What came to my mind at first was, am I supposed to run with these? So I just took off. I just took off. I almost shedded a tear running. Harping on the thought that this might be my last game. But nah, seriously, I just want to thank God. You know what I'm saying? My teammates, they put too much work in. You know what I'm saying? A lot of work. So I just feel like Coach said, we're a playoff team. So I just feel like we deserve that.
And Wesley, on the block, anything different there, or is that just kind of what you guys do?
Oh, man, we practice field goal blocks at least 40 times a day before practice, so it's just nonstop falling back on the training. Our coach speak on that every day, and I fell back on my training, block the kid, let Buzz get a touchdown.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
Big play, yeah. What O'Neal's not saying right now, those things are coached from day one, that if a ball is kicked, it's blocked by, and it crosses the line of scrimmage, you're supposed to poison, which means get away from it. It's dangerous, because then if you don't catch it, then they can get the ball back, having a new set of downs. But like he said, it was like no, yes, and you know, it fell right into his hands, and he finished the drill. It was really impressive and well timed.
Coach, special teams has been preached since you got here, right, 9 years ago, but this year in particular, there wasn't that score yet on special teams. Today, you guys did it 3 or 4 times, right? What was that like, where it was, something's got to give, right? Finally, you come through on all 3 facets.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's no question. I mean, we speak about it each and every week. It's an incredibly important part. It is an opportunity for us to, you know, we try to limit our starters on offense and defense to about 2 special teams contributions, and so you have opportunity for people to step up. Tommy Smith, you know, AJ Pena on that first punt, you know, came through and almost blocked it. Then they got the one later, they just ran right through the shield and caused that. So, yeah, it's been a missing piece for us, but the piece that's sticking out in my mind is the stinking kickoff coverage that brought it back out to the 50 when we didn't need it to. But at the same time is that we can continue to address those things and fix them, and just hopefully we're sitting in the staff meeting tomorrow getting ready to play again, fix the problems. Other than that, we'll have to wait till next year, but I'm really hopeful that the way things came out today, I really expect to make sure that we should get 5 teams from the CAA in, and we should go over to Delaware without a doubt, regardless of losing to them early. That's what I think. So special teams got to get better for next week, even though we did unbelievable things today.
Coach, with your playoff future still up in the air, going into today, what was kind of your message to your players, particularly your seniors, knowing that this was basically like a must-win game?
I stayed away from it. I stayed away from it completely, first and foremost, because it's usually you're paying great tribute to a group that is playing their last game, and I really felt that if we could take care of our business and get a little bit, I really felt if we take care of our business, we still deserve. I think with that loss to New Hampshire, which was a win, I think everybody can recognize that through the video that you guys are so good at taking right now, although it's not in the column. I think you can't deny that we can play with anybody in this country. So, the message to the kids was stay in the moment, that we'll play extremely hard, and we'll pay great tribute, to that senior group when it's necessary to do that, when we are completing our season. That might be 12/31 tomorrow, I don't know. But I do, I'm hoping that there's a fairness out there to reward these kids for what they've earned.
For Neil and Robinson specifically, when you think about Rhode Island, a lot of people say they can always put up points. What I think is not appreciated or respected is that the defense seems to get a lot of stops and doesn't get the credibility that they deserve. Like, for example, the offense seems to start off slow, and then boom, they take off. But for them to take off, in other words, also the defense holds them down for a while. Do you feel like today, especially with the playoffs on the line, you sent a message holding the UALBANY team, even though their record doesn't show, they usually are good at coming back and putting up points. And you guys made sure that didn't even happen that well today.
From a coach's standpoint, I just feel like we know what we do inside that room, our meeting room. So we don't really care if the media believes it or not, whatever. But we know what we do as a group. So it's today just showing that from all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams, that we can be a complete team. I just feel like we showed what we could do.
Same thing he said. We don't pay attention to none of the stuff outside of the locker room. None of that. We just feed off of just coaching, our coaching, and just us. Nothing about the team. Nothing about all the other stuff that's going on. Just strictly team.
I think that's probably a mistaken perception. I think the defense has really created a very significant step towards what you need to do to win championship games. It's you have to have a defense, and you got to be able to run the ball. Now we've had our issues, stopping the run at times, but we find a way to go into it. And when you get into a tight game, like we were in today, I get a sense, listening to Coop calling it, when he's got a beat on it and how it's going, and we were, I don't know how many times we were on 50-yard. We had 50-yard fields almost the entire second half, and we kept on stepping up and making plays. They've got a good belief, they've got a good scheme, they've got good coaching, and they're ready to play some more. But there's definitely a goal that's getting closer and closer to being achieved, which for me has always been to establish a championship level defense here. And I think over the last 3 years we started to really prove that a little bit more.
For all 3 of you, or any of you, knowing it was senior day, knowing the playoff implications that were on the line, kind of what were your feelings individually ahead of the game?
Yeah, like I said, I woke up this morning just a little sad, just harping on the thought that this might be my last game. So like I said, I was dead serious thinking about crying, running that back, because you know what I'm saying, I might not get that again. But I just want to thank my teammates for everything. They took me in from a situation from a previous school, and they just welcomed me with open arms. You know what I'm saying? I can't thank them enough for that.
We just talked about, going out with a bang if this wasn't going to be the last one. You know what I mean? We want to go out on a high note. We had a long season. Some things didn't go our way, know what I mean? But this team, as you guys know, this team has a lot of fight. We got a lot of good players on this team, a lot of big-time transfers that came in, a lot of dogs that were already here with a great coaching staff. You know, when you run behind this guy, it's pretty easy. You know what I mean? You got to go for a coach. You know what I mean? So,
Mutual admiration society here.
When you just come in here and like I said, like just like what I said, open arms, man. I can't say it over and over and over again. It was just a brotherhood from the rip. Once you showed these dudes that you wanted to put the work in, you wanted to be a part of something special, we all made that decision at the first summer session of working out with each other. So, it meant a lot to us, to all the guys. You know what I mean? Even to the freshmen, they wanted the seniors to go out with a bang. Everybody just, if this was going to be the last one, let's make it the best one. That was the mindset we had today.
I'm not a senior, so I wouldn't know that feeling, but I definitely wanted them to go out with a bang if this was the last one, so I just went 100% the whole game. Just looking at them boys and working with them all summer since I met them, it's just been nonstop like bonding. It's just like my mom had them basically. It's just my blood brothers. So it was just 100% all game. I could do whatever I could do on the field to help them out. So that's all it was.
Yeah, a lot of teams talk about brotherhood, but this is a real brotherhood.
We stand on that.
I ain't gonna lie to you, it's a real brotherhood.
Coach, what did you tell the guys before you went over the band?
I just told them I wanted to go over and take a picture. I mean, we go over, we pay tribute to the band because they sit out there and they put a lot of practice in and we sing the fight song. And then, I had thought about this, really, I guess probably this morning. Saying, we get this dub and regardless of the outcomes at other places, I said it's been something we've been looking at all summer. I pointed to it at some point. We want to be there. We want to be on that banner. We wanted a championship. That went away at New Hampshire. But we still had a chance in the playoffs, and I wanted to make sure that regardless of what people say, that we can take a picture in front of that because I think we're playoff worthy. I also wanted to go ahead and expect that picture would get on social media and hopefully influence the people in Indianapolis that are actually making the decision. Because if you couple that picture right now with what we're able to do today and what didn't happen last week, I don't know how you turn your back on us. I really don't.
Marcus, talking about going out with a bang, how does it feel to be only the 10th Ram to rush for 1,000 yards and now you're right?
It feels great. It feels great. It's been since 05, right? So, great accomplishment. I always come in, I feel like almost every player, it's a team sport, but you always come in with a personal goal. You know what I mean? So that was something that I had on my little personal script for me. You know what I mean? So to be able to do it, it just, it was an amazing feeling.
Do you have any other personal goals? Say you do have a chance to play one more game. Do you have any more personal goals that you'd like to accomplish?
Touchdown record. Tie is cool, but
That's a good call.
If you ain't first, you last. So
Yeah.
I'll take it.
All right, Ricky Bobby.
Yeah, I had to take that. But yeah, I say that's my only personal goal. Not the, I never go into a game with my goals like, I'm going to make sure I do it. First and foremost, I want to win. You know what I mean? Whether I score or run for 200 rushing yards, if Jalen or Gabe Slope gets in there, I don't care who does it. As long as we win the game, it'll be a smile on my face. So that clock is 0-0. So I'm cool with whatever goes on as long as we get the dub.
This program hasn't reached the postseason for decades, and we've heard Coach talk about what makes you guys so special. But as players, what do you think makes this squad so special?
The personalities and the
Yeah,
character.
you got a lot of characters in that locker room.
You in that locker room at any time. It's never a dull moment, man. It's never a dull moment.
It's a real brotherhood. It's just nonstop positive energy. Even if you mess up on the play, you give up a TD, anything, it's just next play mentality. So you got somebody next to you that's going to make sure you focus on the next play, not the last one.
Yeah, for sure.
They might crack a joke at first just to get you out your feelings, but they're gonna make sure you lock back in.
They'll let you know about it. But when it's love, it's easy to we got thick skin here. It's all love. It's no hate, no hard feelings. But just handle your business and you'll be all right.
Any final questions? All right, thank you very much.
All right.